Oh, pardon me. That's a prelude to what I'm going to be talking about today, and that is food getting stuck. Can you see my eyes? Can you see they're all red and watery? Now, this has been prompted. My band is a little bit tight at the moment, but this I'm probably going to gurgle like that all the way through this. This latest stuck food has been prompted by, see this teeny tiny little bowl here? That was a teeny tiny little bowl of baked beans, not homemade baked beans, so I probably deserve this. It was tin baked beans with, that's what's left of the egg. The best part of the egg, the nice runny yolk, and I got stuck. All I ate was the white. Whew. Now, people who haven't been lap banded are probably looking at me going, what? What's wrong with her? When you get food stuck, and I've already had a go at unstucking the food, you get this pain right in your chest. I don't know why I'm smiling doing this. You get this pain right in your chest that feels like there's a football in there. Like this, it's so painful. And then when the food gets stuck for long enough, you get the saliva, or what we in lap band communities, pardon me, call sliming, which is like extra thick, slimy saliva that's trying to push the food through, but it won't go through, so it just builds up and builds up and builds up, and then it comes out. Ooh, this is why we need to eat really slowly, really small mouthfuls. Like, I know I'm not even going to try to eat this, but like I'm talking, like this is a teaspoon. That's how much I eat in a mouthful, if that. And if, just say I were able to eat the rest of this pissy little bit of baked beans and the best part of the egg, and it was my last egg too, I'd be looking at 10 or 15 minutes to finish that. Yeah, so anyone who's not been lap banded is just looking at me like I'm an absolute freak right now. Anyone who has been lap banded and has been lap banded for long enough to get food stuck, you're going, yep, I know that pain. Now, if you haven't been lap banded yet and you are going to get lap banded, take this advice from me. Eat slowly. I'm 2.5 years out and I'm still learning. Oh. Jesus. Eat slowly. Small bites. Use a teaspoon, use a small bowl. Avoid the foods that consistently get stuck. Another one I need to learn still. My band at the moment, I'm having a lot of trouble at the moment, but I've got an appointment at the clinic next week. I'm just too tight. I'm just really too tight, and my period's due in a couple of days. Some of that makes my band even tighter. Jesus. So, yeah, when you do get food stuck, the first time I had food stuck, it was on a sausage, I think, and I completely panicked. I was like literally running around the house and smacking my back up against the wall trying to dislodge it, and do this thing where I squeeze my ribs in. Sometimes that helps, and sometimes if I stick my fingers in under my ribs and I get the right spot, that can dislodge it. That's not working. Don't eat more food thinking you can push it down. That's not going to work. Don't have a drink thinking that that'll help to wash it through. That doesn't work. You're just going to make it worse. I'm going to have to actually go and take care of this in a minute. What I do, and this is going to sound really disgusting, I actually have to, when I get this pain, the only way to stop it is to get that food out, and the only way to do that is I stick my fingers down my throat and I hurl a little bit to dislodge it, and that, you know, takes away the pain. I can't deal with the pain. That's okay when I'm at home, but when I'm out, actually, I'll come back and finish this in a minute. Just give me a minute. Welcome to Red Watery Eyes version 2, take 2. Oh, you'll learn after you get some food stuck and you vomit a few times that some foods are less pleasurable to bring up than other foods, and I've just found out that store-bought baked beans are one of them. I also strongly recommend not vomiting up chilli, especially if you're a vomiter who likes to do it out of their nose occasionally. Now, where was I? Yeah, so when I have food stuck and it is really, really, really stuck, the only way that I can get it out is to put my fingers down my throat and bring it up. It's unpleasant. Some people use Coke or fizzy drink. They just have a couple of gulps of that and it just brings everything up automatically without them having to stick their fingers down their throat. I don't do that because I don't keep soft drink in the house anymore, so I do it the old-fashioned way. Oh yeah, vomiting is fine when you're at home because you can, just go to the laundry or whatever and, just rinse it down. No one can hear, because I am not a quiet vomiter. I've had 2.5 years doing this, not all the time. My band's very tight at the moment, so almost every day, but most of the time, like maybe once a month or something. I'm not a quiet vomiter. And if I'm out, like if I'm out eating, I'm in the food court or whatever, and I get food stuck, there is no waiting till I get home. That doesn't happen. I can't wait till I get home because the pain is so intense. It sends me into a panic. So I've had to vomit many times in a public toilet, and I can't do it quietly. So I go in and I try to wait till there's no one else in there, and then I have to, if someone comes in and they hear me, then I'm really, really embarrassed, and I have to wait until they leave before I go out because someone said to me once, I'll just, pretend it's morning sickness. I'm 47 years old. I'm too old to be having kids. So, yeah, so I generally wait till everyone's left, but I really felt sorry for this isn't funny. I'm not laughing. Maybe a little bit. There was this one lady in a public toilet right next to me when I was vomiting really violently. And, some people, when they hear someone else vomiting, they start to vomit as well. It's not funny. And so I was hurling, and then I heard this woman next to me start hurling as well. That's not funny. That's not at all funny. I felt a little bit bad. A little bit embarrassed. But it was still funny. Yeah, so I just thought I'd share that with you while it happened, because I don't want to just paint lap banding as just this, wonderful miracle. I'm still Googling. This wonderful miracle thing. It's not easy. There are difficulties. Even when things go well, it's still really, really hard, and bad shit like this is going to happen. I don't think I know anyone who's been banded for any length of time that hasn't had food get stuck. I don't think. It's going to happen. You're going to forget to eat slowly. You're going to forget to eat small amounts. You're going to eat bread or sausages or pastry or something, and it's going to get stuck. So now you be prepared. That's my community service for the day. And I'm so pissed because I was so enjoying this, and that egg, and I'm really hungry, really, really hungry, and sometimes, and this is going to sound really disgusting, sometimes I can start eating, get food stuck, go and have a little prophylactic vommy, and then I can come back and I can finish eating my meal. But this time it's not. It's still. I've had 2 goes and it's still stuck right in here, and it's probably actually not stuck anymore. It's probably just swollen, which happens. So I'm just going to have to sit here being hungry for an hour or 2, and then try a hot drink because that can help it. That can help it to relax as well. And I'm probably actually going to have to go and vomit every 15 or 20 minutes to get all the saliva out because that won't go down either. Yeah, so good times around here tonight. Oh, yeah, another thing, while I'm thinking of food getting stuck. A lot of lap banders don't eat in the morning because they can't. Their band is really, really tight in the morning. I will never eat whatever time of the day it is, first time I eat for the day before having a hot drink, so a hot cup of tea or a hot coffee or even just a hot cordial. And very often when you start a meal, and this happens to a lot of people as well, you have a mouthful or like a bite. The first 2 bites are pretty crucial. You've got to have a small bite, chew it really well, swallow it, and then wait for a minute or 2. And that's where I run into problems a lot of the time. Especially if it's really yummy food and I'm really hungry, I just sit down and, put away 3 or 4 mouthfuls fairly quickly. Like, probably not quickly compared to other normal people, but for me, quickly. And I get stuck. It's always those first couple of mouthfuls that I'll get stuck on. So if you are having problems with food getting stuck, try to remember, hot drink first, the first couple of mouthfuls at least, wait for a good minute or 2 in between, like, the next mouthful. And that's all, because I really can't stand this pain anymore, and I'm going to do a good job of this and just look at my beautiful egg here for an hour or 2.